Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So in this video we're going to be doing something of a recap of all the recent announcements of all the cartridges coming up soon on Evercade. There's been so much information dropped at the one time that it's probably got a bit confusing at when things are actually due out and when they're up for pre-order. So in this video I'll try and cover all the carts, when they're coming out, and all the details as well, and my thoughts on the carts as well. So without further ado, let's get stuck into the video. So coming up this month, at the time of this video, we've got June releases will be Gremlin Collection 2, which looks really cool. It's got Loaded, which is absolutely fantastic. Frantic, mad action, which is just a great blast to play, literally. And we've got Reloaded, the sequel, which probably isn't quite as good. We also got a buggy style game, which is okay. And we've got Hog War, or Hogs War, can't remember how you pronounce it, but that's okay as well. It'll be a pretty decent sort of multiplayer game. I think this cart is all about playing Loaded, which is an absolute joy. I really like this game. It's probably going to be one of those carts that I guess you're either going to love or hate. I think it's actually quite good. I really enjoyed playing through it recently when I had a look at the games, and I think it's definitely going to be one of those underrated carts. So next up we got Windjammers and Friends. That's going to be released alongside the Gremlin Collection, so it's a little bit different to the Gremlin Collection. We've got 5 games, and obviously the highlight will be for most people Windjammers arcade game, which is pretty cool, but it does take a lot of practice to get right. Karnoff is okay as well. That's another one that takes a little bit of practice. For me, that's probably one of the weakest carts getting released in the rest of 2025. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people are actually looking forward to that, especially Windjammers. There's some other good games on there like Rogue Armor Force, which is okay. That's a kind of a robot sort of shoot 'em up style game. We get Vapor Trail, which is another sort of shoot 'em up as well, and an Atomic Runner Chelnoff, which is a wee bit different to the other games too. Some interesting stuff there that a lot of people might like. Personally, as I said, I think this might be the weakest cart that's going to be released so far in 2025. That's just my opinion, but I know there's a lot of people out there that are really loving Windjammers coming to Evercade, so that's big news for a lot of people. I think it's okay. One of those games I definitely need more practice at. So after that, we've got a bit of a month break as we head through the summer. The next releases are not due up until August. And just to recap, obviously Windjammers and Gremlin 2 are already up for pre-order. You can pre-order them now for release at the end of June. The same goes for Roguecraft and Neo Geo Arcade 1, which is coming in August. They are now available for pre-order. Roguecraft DX is a special version of the Amiga Roguecraft game that was released a couple of years ago, maybe last year, and it's apparently we've got 5 extra levels. We've got some added music tracks to it as well, some more bosses. So that all in all, that gives 15 levels to Roguecraft DX, and it does look really good. That sound is just phenomenally good. I can't speak highly enough of the soundtrack, but the game itself is a lot of fun. I think this could easily be one of Evercade's best cart releases yet. I know it's only a single game, but what a fantastic game it is. And the fact that we're getting an extra game as well probably adds a little bit of value to it as well, which is really cool. Now, obviously the big release as well coming alongside that is Neo Geo Arcade 1, which is coming complete with 6 games. Now, all the Neo Geo carts have 6 games so far. We've got Metal Slug, a few fighter games, Shock Troopers, Magician Lord, Sengoku, and this Neo Geo CD game called Ironclad, which is a really high quality shoot 'em up, which looks really cool. I think that'll be very popular when that gets released. I think that cart and probably all the Neo Geo carts will be very popular and probably will bring a lot of new people on board to Evercade. And if you are watching for the first time, welcome and thank you very much for watching. So that brings us up to September, and that's going to be the 2 Taito carts that will be released in September. Now, they are not up for pre-order yet. I think they're up for pre-order in July. Taito Arcade 1 comes complete with Space Invaders, obviously that classic game, Bubble Bobble, which I absolutely loved. A lot of people will love that. Legend of Kage, Growl, Dondoki Don, Chak and Pop, Pirate Pete, and Raymay, and Colony 7. So there are a few games on there that are not on the Taito Super Pocket, which is quite good. I think it's obviously good to have games that are different from their other sort of devices, which is really important. But I guess the big games from that are most likely going to be and Bubble Bobble, obviously, and Space Invaders, and Grill, which is a really good sort of scrolling beat 'em up, which is great fun. The other cart obviously releasing at the same time as that is Taito Arcade 2, and that comes complete with Operation Wolf, which I believe will have mouse support, which is massive. New Zealand Story, Rastan, Elevator Action, Liquid Kids, Kiki Kai Kai, Volfied, Alpine Ski, and Electric Yo-Yo. A couple of new games that we don't have in the Super Pocket there as well. So I'm pretty sure we will get more Taito collections, because we're missing a few games that were on the Super Pockets, but I'll cover that in another video. I don't think we'll ever see one with Chase HQ. Apparently there is some license issues with that, sadly. And obviously we are missing Rainbow Islands. That's another huge game that I'm really surprised we've not seen that. Perhaps that's got licensing issues as well. But anyway guys, let's move on. That's September. Hopefully they will be up for pre-order in July. That brings us on to October. The two releases for October are Neo Geo Arcade 2 and Neo Geo Arcade 3. Both excellent carts, which we covered recently on the channel. I think they're both really good. They've got a mixture of sort of fighting games and shooting games. I think Garou, the Mark of the Wolves, is absolutely fantastic. We've got Art of Fighting 2, Metal Slug 2, Cross Swords, Ninja Commando, Sengoku 2 on Neo Geo Arcade 2. For me, I think that's my favourite cart of the Neo Geo carts releases so far, but they're all really good quality. I don't think you could go wrong with any of them. Neo Geo Arcade 3, we got the King of Fighters 97, Metal Slug 3, Twinkle Star Sprites, need to be careful how I say that, Samurai Showdown 2, which is another fantastic game, Ghost Pilots, and the football game Super Sidekicks. And that basically rounds off the cart releases so far that we know of. There are going to be 3 more carts announced for 2025, and that includes perhaps 2 releases, I guess, in November, and then maybe even 1 in December, I guess. Not entirely sure what that could be. It could be anything. We will maybe look at that in a future video. Could be more from Taito, could be more from SNK. It could really be anything. Maybe we'll even get a Spectrum cart at some point. Might not be this year, but that's my guesses just off the top of my head. There could be some big surprises. It's unusual, I guess. We get 3 carts and they will release round about Christmas time, and that's usually the time they keep their biggest cart releases for, so don't be surprised if we get some big carters announced for then. I might be wrong, right enough. But anyway, guys, that's a roundup of all the cart releases that are going to happen in 2025 that we know of so far. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know in your comments what you think of this. I think it's a great bunch of releases. I think I really enjoyed all of them. I think there are great games out there on these carts, and hopefully we'll get even more to come. Again, thanks for watching. Catch you again in the next one. Bye for now. Sorry guys, bonus footage time. I thought I'd add this to the end of this video. It's extra details on Roguecraft DX that was added to a blog on Evercade's own website. There's some additional details, as I mentioned in this video. We've got 5 additional levels at the start of the game. Some nice graphics and extra monsters have been added, and there's extra soundtrack as well, which is fantastic. Now I'll leave a link in the description so you can maybe have a look through this, but it does look absolutely amazing. And for me, this might be the pick of the bunch of all the carts that have been released so far. I know I was a bit skeptical about the fact that it was a fairly short game to play through, but it's such a great game, and they've added a lot of extra details to it, and that soundtrack is absolutely amazing. Now, they added a couple of extra videos to Facebook and obviously the other social medias today, so I'm going to drop that in now. Enjoy it. I cannot wait for this one. I think this one is going to be huge. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.